Yo, welcome back everybody. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the best Warzone Season 4 loadouts that I think you guys should be running in this season. Now, the first one is the most popular one, the meta, the best they are in the game right now, the Farah 83. Now, the Farah 83, even though it did get that recoil nerf or whatever, it still has very low recoil. Yeah, boys know the class setup: RPK, group suppressor, 3x scope, 60 rounds, and then Spetsnaz grip, and stuff like that. That's gonna be like the same attachments for the other Cold War ARs for long range. That's basically like that's the meta, you know what I'm saying? Now, for the Cold War MP5, a lot of people don't like the Cold War MP5, but a lot of people do. Like the only real con is that recoil, and also that damage drop off, which is like 9-10 meters. So it's a very bad damage drop off. But up close, man, this thing hits really hard. Now I used to use the task force barrel because it gave that circle regular MP5 iron sight. But if you slap on, let's say, any of these blueprints right here, you'll get the ones with the fancy iron sights. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It has like the little 3 things there. I don't know if you guys can see it right there. Kind of see it. It's like boom, and then it has the little thing in the middle. Get that fancy iron sight, and it does have less recoil without it. But let's say you even want less recoil, you could put like the field agent or foregrip with the agency for less recoil. I do recommend the Cold War MP5. It's probably the best SMG to use right now, besides the nail gun. Stats wise, you guys will see in a minute. Ready stock and stuff like that. If you do want to move around more, get a little bit more straight speed, you can use the combat stock. But I recommend this because you do get that sprint to fire speed time and stuff like that. And the Cold War MP5 doesn't have the best ADS speed, so I recommend that. Now the next will be the Krig 6 with the nail gun. Now you could substitute the Krig 6 for like the Farah or whatever your favorite SMG is, and etc. Now the nail gun, first let me start off with the Krig. Y'all boys know the same class setup, same type of format. Now the Krig 6, it reminds me of a Kilo, has low recoil, hits hard. Definitely 100% top 4, top 5 ARs up there. We got like the Farah, C50A, XM4, Krig. Is around there, up there, top 5. You know what I'm saying? For the best ARs right now. And overall, low recoil. If you need a low recoil gun that is not a Farah, try out the Krig. It hits hard, low recoil. It's a good gun overall, you know what I'm saying? Now, the nail gun, it is the best SMG stats wise, but as you guys know, the 2 cons with the nail gun is you cannot add any attachments to it, and it only has 20 nails per mag, or 20 rounds or whatever. You can switch that, so it's only really good for rebirth and solos. Don't really see a point of you using this in quads, trios, duos maybe if you're doing the throwing Fs method. But up close, this thing is disgusting. Its damage drop off is also pretty disgusting, up to 17 meters. So yeah, the nail gun is the best up close SMG stats wise, but it's not gonna be as versatile just because of its 20 nails per mag. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say the Cold War MP5 is gonna be more used, because you could slap on that 50 and etc. Right? You get more rounds. Now the buffed section right here, the XM4 with the Milano. Now the XM4 had a recoil adjustment where the recoil got more tight. It wasn't as spread out. It got more tight, so more easier to control. It's still a really good long range AR. Also a good SMG type. You guys will see in a quick minute. It does have more recoil than like the Farah and the Krig, so that's why not as many people use it. That's why it's not meta right now. But there is a lot of people that still use the XM4, so try it out if you like it. If you don't like it, regular class setup type for it. Now the Milano, I've been absolutely loving the Milano ever since it got buffed in season 4. This is the class 4 agency task force spotlight 55 Raider stock. It hits hard. It hits way more better. It's probably the best versatile SMG in the game, just because it has that better long to mid range SMG gunfights. When they're up to like 10, 20, 25 meters, you're gonna be frying out with the Milano. It has great drop off range, and yeah, I recommend using the Milano if you haven't tried it out yet, because it did get buffed in season 4. It's a pretty good gun. I've been using it a lot lately. Now, to switch it up a bit, will be the Cold War AK-47. Now, the Cold War AK-47, has the first or second best. Has one of the best damage profiles in the game right now, right next to the C58. But the only issue is his recoil pattern. Now his recoil pattern, it goes kind of all over the place, wobbles everywhere. So that's why a lot of people don't use it. You could do your best to try to control the recoil, Spetnaz grip, RPK, but it's still kind of not enough to fully control it. Now I'm a controller, so it's a little bit harder to control it on an analog stick. For you keyboard and mouse players, you guys would probably like the AK-47 better. It does have a lot of damage though, so keep that in mind. If you guys want to try it out, try it out. This is the class right here. Now the XM4, what I was talking about for SMG, I have mixed feelings about this because it is slower. Of course, it's the AR, so it's not as fast as the SMG, but it is very versatile like a Milano because it is the AR. It has damage of an AR. You could use it to mid to even longer ranges, like 50 meters. So you know, it all depends on the player. If you could rock with the XM4 SMG build, you try it out. You know what I'm saying? I personally don't as much. I've tried it a couple times, but without the optic. And I definitely have felt that you do need the optic on this weapon because of those iron sights are a little bit weird. So I'm definitely going to be trying this XM4 out more for close range. So yeah, now the next thing will be the MAC Daddy 10 loadout with the C58. C58 has, I think, the best damage profiles in the game right now, ARs, but that recoil is really like the AMAX. You know, it reminds me perfectly. It reminds me of the AMAX. Has a lot of damage, but it does have that recoil. You know what I'm saying? This is the class for it right here. Same class type format. Hits hard, but it has a lot of recoil. Now, if you control that recoil, you're gonna be frying out with the C58. I'll say the C58 might be even better than the Cold War AK-47. So if you can control that recoil, rock the C58, bro. Now the MAC Daddy 10, the MAC 10, I absolutely love the MAC 10. It's not the best SMG anymore like it used to be, but it is really good for those players that miss a lot of their bullets. Not as accurate. If you miss a lot of bullets, then run the MAC 10. You get 53 rounds. They shoot very quick. It is still the fastest SMG in the game. So let's say you don't want to run task force, you could put like a striker grip and you're zooming through the map, bro. It's like you're faster than the train with this class setup. So like I said, it's still one of my more favorite SMGs, even though it's not the best SMG. But it's still very forgiving if you miss a lot of bullets. So it's for like a casual player, stuff like that. So I still recommend it. Even I still use it to this day. So now the sniping, I put a sniping class in here. Y'all boys know I don't snipe anymore. But when I used to snipe, I used to rock the Car 98. Now I'll put the LC10 because the LC10 kind of reminds me of an MP7 just without that fire rate. Now, if you guys remember last year, before the Cold War stuff, it used to be the MP7 with a sniper, right? With a Car 98 or AX50 or whatever. And the LC10 really does remind me of an MP7. You do get good range with this class setup, the agency task force. And it is very versatile. You could also use like the Milano, like I said. You could substitute any other weapon. You know, you could use like the Milano. Maybe even Bullfrog because it does have range, but I think the LC10 has a little bit better range with it. So I recommend the LC10 if you're gonna run like a sub SMG with your sniper. Another good sniper support gun, like I said, would be the XM4 short range, the one that I showed up here earlier. Also very good, versatile with a sniper support. So you have a lot of options with sniping. I know not as many people snipe anymore, but there are still a lot of snipers out there. So if you're a sniper, that's it for you. You know what I'm saying? Now the easy section right here, I put the Farah just because it's very little recoil, super easy to control. And the Bullfrog also super little recoil, easy to control. A lot of records have been set with this Bullfrog because it has virtually no recoil. You can use the sound suppressor, groove suppressor. You'll get less recoil, but you already have very little recoil. Doesn't even matter. Sound suppressor, you just get better ADS speed and stuff like that. So this is the class setup for it. I don't use the Bullfrog as much, but every time I do, it's a very easy gun to use. You know what I'm saying? And also has a lot of mags, so you know you can put like a bruiser grip or speed tape or a optic if you don't like the iron sights, or even like a fast mag option. You know. Now the last thing, well, the last couple things in this loadout video is the MW AMAX. Now, it's, as y'all boys know, it got nerfed. It's probably like the 6th, 5th best AR in the game right now. But it still hits, bro. Trust me, it still hits. I seen Opes use it in that one tournament I was hosting, and he was hitting, bro. Even without the commando, he was running like a weird setup. I think he was running this setup, but he was hitting, bro. So I definitely got to try out the AMAX. Ever since it got nerfed, I haven't tried it out. It's probably the same thing, same case with y'all. Whenever you hear a gun that gets nerfed, you kind of just don't even try it. So yeah, man. And also with the I was about to say Cold War, with the Modern Warfare MP5, it is the best Modern Warfare SMG in the game still. This is the class setup that I used to rock with. You don't necessarily have to rock this class setup. You can use, you know, whatever mono or this mono, you know, whatever you like. Now, my last two, which is something I recommend for everybody to do, is for either your Ghost class, High Alert, or Restock, whatever you rock with. Make sure that you put fully loaded on it. Now, the reason I do this is because let's say you're lasting in a game and you get that second loadout or third loadout, or you need ammo and you see a loadout and you go pick it up. When you get fully loaded, it's gonna restock all of your ammo that you have right now. Now, I like to put like an AR and then put fully loaded on it, and then put a pistol with fully loaded on it, because majority of the time I'm really just running a AR with a SMG. So that this is gonna reload all of my SMG ammo, and this is gonna reload all of my AR ammo. Now, you see how I have this also for my Ghost class fully loaded, or pistol fully loaded. Even let's say it could be helpful for my teammate. Let's say I'll ask my teammate before I get my loadout, hey, you guys need any bullets? I'll drop all of my ammo, and then I'll get this loadout right here, and then I'll restock on 210 max ammo for me. You know what I'm saying? Or 150 max SMG ammo. So that's the thing that I love doing. Very underrated thing that I don't see a lot of people doing, but I recommend doing this. And yeah, y'all, that's basically all it for my season 4 Warzone loadouts. Let me know what y'all boys think about my loadouts. If I should change them, what's your loadouts? Let me know in the comment section down below. I love y'all boys. Stay safe, y'all.